Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new Super 69 EV film. My name is Tom and today's topic is exactly, should you buy a BMW i3 in 2024? Let's get into it. The answer is yes. End of video. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think it's still a very good car in 2024 for multiple reasons. One of the reasons is its styling. It still looks like it came out. It's a rolling study. It's a car that shouldn't be on the road because of how it looks, and it looks like a concept car still, even after all these years. It's still very modern. The way it's built is super impressive. It's just, I love it to bits, as everyone know, and I think it's one of the best things that BMW has ever produced. Another reason to look into them, because of the high quality. It's a really good car. The battery packs last forever, the engines are good, the electronics are very dependable. I did 75,000 kilometers in my car without one problem. It did overheat once, very hard, and it stopped itself, it shut itself down, but after 5 minutes there was more user error than anything else. But after letting it rest for 5 minutes, it drove and it never did it again. So yes, they are very good. Another reason to get in one of these is if you get one with all the options, like the Harman Kardon sound system, the big screen navigation with wireless Apple CarPlay, and the adaptive cruise and the matrix LEDs. You basically have anything you would want. To be totally fair, the adaptive cruise control is camera based, so if you're using it while driving into the sun, it will be useless. It won't work. For me it works perfect because I drive to the west in the morning and to the east in the evening. So I always have the sun in my back and it always works. But that's something to be mindful of. Another reason to get it is because it's really fun to drive. You don't need a very big battery. You don't need a lot of horsepower because it's light. It's only 1400 kilos around there, and it just works, and it has good range. I get easily get 220, 230 kilometers out of this, and if need be, I can drive it very slowly in eco, and I could get easily 250 in the summer. So that's all good. The seat heating is amazing. The seats it's always a very personal, it's very personal. I think they are very good. I sit comfortably in them. I have colleagues who hate them, so not everyone is a fan, but I think they're just about what you would like. Of course, because it's an older car, there are some downsides that you have to be wary of. I have a car with the heat pump and everything works as it should, but in the winter when it's really cold and the battery isn't that warm, it can take a while. It cold soaks and cold gates, I must say. It cold gates, and it doesn't charge very fast at the best of times. Max is only 50 kilowatts an hour, so it isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But if you're driving it in winter when it's really cold, it's even less. So that's not ideal. Fast charging, as I said, isn't the best. That makes covering longer distances sometimes a bit interesting. I haven't been on holiday with this car where I would try to do 1,000 kilometers. Would really like to do a marathon drive and take it somewhere that no one has ever taken his or her BMW i3. yeah, what are the things to look for in a car? I would say service history, of course, and look into it if it had any damage, because it's largely a carbon fiber frame and it's hard to repair. It's expensive to repair, and it not everyone can do it. If you're looking at if you're looking for an electric car to do very long distances, like 700-800 kilometers in a day, I think the fast charging limit will get you stuck. It won't be a good experience. That is not to say that you can do large distances in this car. I do 360 kilometers a day, and I ride 180 kilometers to my work, and then I'm there for a whole day. I charge it up fully, and I get home and I charge it fully again. With this battery tech, it's like an LFP pack. It's advised to fully charge it anytime you can, because the cells will be balanced to the best of their abilities. One other small downside is the weird tire sizes. If you look at the 20-inch wheels that come on the i3S, tires are ridiculously expensive because no one makes them. The Bridgestone Potenzas, they're not super long lasting, also because it's really fun to drive. So if you drive like an idiot like me, you will lose the rear tires fairly quickly, and they are expensive to replace. I went down one size to the 19-inch. They are way more comfortable, and tires are way more affordable. So that's something to be mindful of. Having said that, I have driven this now for 77,000 kilometers, and I've yet to spend my first money on service. The only thing I did was replace the windshield wipers twice. Once when I got it and once after. So it costs buttons to run. Is there a use case where this car doesn't make sense? Yes. If you have like a small family and with young children, and you need to take a stroller and you want to take it for weekends away, you will struggle to fit everything in it. The boot isn't the biggest. The frunk is fairly unusable because it's not waterproof, and yeah, it's not ideal if you're trying to use the car for that particular instance. But yeah, what the i3 does best from all the small and cheap and affordable electric cars is it makes you feel special. It is still a very special car to see. It is still a very special car to be in. It looks amazing. It rides tremendously well. It's very comfortable. I still enjoy it. When I get out of bed in 5 o'clock in the morning and I wake up and I feel sorry for myself because it's so early, and I step outside and I see this thing in the driveway, I'm still very pleased with my choice. And that brings me on my final point. Would I buy one again? Yes, I would, in an instant, because the values they are at now, they are just so much cheaper. I paid a fair bit over 30,000 euros when I bought mine. It is a 2019 car and it had 15,000 kilometers on it back then. That same car would now cost between 24 and 26, depending on options. So it's way more affordable, and you get such a tremendous car for the money. It's so much fun, and at that price point, I think you can't go wrong. And the longer I drive it, the longer I have it, the more I like it. And I think because my use case for it is still perfect, I think I will try to run it into the ground. It's now at 92,000 kilometers. I'm still not thinking about giving up on it. I don't think there's anything I would replace it for that brings me the same joy. And the problem I have with it, with other cars, is they're so expensive still. I would need to buy a car that's in the 50,000-60,000 euro range to really get something I would like even better than this. And this car has had its biggest chunk of depreciation, and those cars still would be fully in their depreciation. So for the time being, I keep running it. And at my work we had some cars in that have done over 160,000 kilometers with only minor things. You need a 12-volt battery every once in a while. You need some suspension work after 150,000 kilometers, of course, but that's with every car. That's not particularly for the BMW i3. And components are still, yeah, of course they're BMW components, so they're not the cheapest, but they're not that expensive either. So as a value proposition, I think this could be a lovely thing to live with for you as well, as it is for me. So I hope you got some value out of this. If you are thinking about getting a BMW i3 in 2024, I think you should just go for it, enjoy it, and you will have loads and loads of fun, because it's just such a cool and good car. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.